What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Scales13. In today's video, we're going to be having our first Q&A video. This is going to be a series where you guys get to ask me questions. First question here is, what is one thing you know now that you wish you'd known when you first got your Ackie monitor? This is from Underwater Basket Weave. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, one thing I wish I knew is that when I ordered the animal's enclosure, it is a 4 foot long by 2 foot by 2 foot. So when I got the enclosure, I didn't realize that the bottom of the enclosure below the door was going to be so short, and I thought that would have enough room for the amount of substrate that this animal requires. Here in the States, we like to use 1 foot of substrate, which is below the actual door of the enclosure. And a 4x2x2 really doesn't allow that much substrate, which is why I have a digging box in there for Thunder. So that's one thing that I wish I knew before I actually purchased the enclosure. Hey, honey. Okay, so second question. What is your dream reptile that you would want to keep in the future? This comes from Misha. Okay, this is kind of an interesting question since my wife just walked in the room. Okay, so a dream reptile that I would want in the future. Let's see. Well, it was up to me, and if I had the space, which would require an entire room and a large water feature, would be a Asian water monitor. I think that would be a great pet to have. They are quite large, but they tame down really well once you actually, learn the animal's behavior and you learn what the animal's doing. Yeah, I don't think my wife would actually want me to have a 6-7 foot lizard running around. So to get something a little smaller, but would also be quite cool, I was actually thinking something more of a mid-sized monitor, something like a cooming monitor. That would be really cool. I've seen a lot of videos of cooming monitors. I think they're great pets. I love that yellow coloration that they have, and they seem to tame down really well as far as the captive bred specimens that we have here in the States. So yeah, I think that would be a really good animal to have. Let's see. Okay, this one's from JP's Reptile World. Awesome. So this question is, did you try to handle Thunder before he was full grown? Did I try to handle him before he was full grown? Actually, yes. I will say I tried to handle him before he was full grown. So what I tried early on was I tried to actually just put my hand under his body. In the beginning, he wasn't really cool with that. Just the fact that I was moving my hand anywhere towards him would freak him out and he would run away. What I found worked better later on was just to basically leave him alone, keep feeding him. And one thing that I actually found to work really well when I was taming out Thunder is to not make eye contact with him. I noticed when I wasn't staring at him, he didn't feel like he was threatened, and then he would run around the enclosure. And the awesome thing about that is I could be a part of his environment without him feeling like I'm focusing on him or like he was, under some larger creature's radar. And I noticed after a while, he would go from a state of, okay, I'm afraid, to, okay, now I'm more in the mindset of I'm doing my own thing. This creature's in my enclosure, but it's not trying to cause me any harm. Till later on, it turned into curiosity, where he was like, oh, okay, well, this guy's in my enclosure. He's the guy who feeds me and everything else. Let me walk up to him. Let me try to crawl on his hand or crawl on his arms and stuff, to the point now where when I get home and I greet Thunder, I put my hand out and Thunder crawls right up my arm. So it's wonderful now. But yeah, I did try to handle him early on. Don't do it. That's going to be one mistake that I can definitely say that I made early on. And I've learned from that mistake. So yeah, guys, when you get your Ackie monitors and get that cute little baby, they're very flighty. If the animal is already showing signs that it doesn't feel like being messed with, leave it alone. Trust me, it's going to make the taming process go so much faster when you give the animal its space. Okay, so let's go to the fourth question, which is also by Misha again. If you had to keep one reptile, what would it be? Ooh, that's tough. Oh man, because let's see. As you guys know, I've had my leopard geckos for I think going on 8 years now. Thunder I've had 2 years. Let me think. Well, of course, my most interactive animal that I have right now, which is slowly becoming my favorite, is Thunder. Don't tell the rest of these guys. As Panthers in the background, they're giving me a death scare. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't care. He's a reptile. But let's see. If I had to keep just one, well, the oldest reptile that I have here in this group is Gex, and I've had that animal for 8 years. I'm very attached to that animal, so I would say it's a tie between him and Thunder, because Thunder is the most personable animal I have. So yeah, it's between Thunder and Gex. Those two animals I'm very, very attached to. I'm attached to the rest too. I would never want to give any of them up, but if I had to keep just one, it's a tie between Gex and Thunder. All right, so next question. Let's see, who do we have here? Patrick Rowe. What got you into reptiles? Wow. Oh man. Okay, this is going back a long time ago. Let me think. What got me into reptiles, honestly, I can say it was my childhood obsession with dinosaurs. So what was common knowledge back then, back in the early 90s, when you had Jurassic Park and you had, Littlefoot for the younger kids who were too young to watch Jurassic Park because of all the gore and yada, yada, yada. Dinosaurs were basically described to us in books as being giant lizards and stuff like that. Pterosaurs, of course, being giant flying reptiles. So with that being the exception, because pterosaurs are actually not dinosaurs. That's a whole different subject. But just seeing how cool dinosaurs were, and with that early thought as a child of seeing them as, giant lizards and stuff, and seeing pictures of actual lizards, I was starting to form the idea as a child that, this lizard is a tiny dinosaur. So with that being said, that's one reason why I really thought they were really cool. And let's see, my favorite color is green. A lot of lizards are green. I started reading books about them. I'm a summer guy. I like the heat. These animals love heat. So I think it might have just had to do with my personality as well, but definitely early exposure to movies and books and videos and stuff that I had when I was a kid. I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I love nature. So put two and two together. That sparked my interest in reptiles. Let's keep going. All right. So, okay. So I got 2 comments here from Toby Target. First, he says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you. Okay, so this one says, in Professor Herb's live stream a couple weeks ago, he mentioned that he might be moving near us, moving near us, is what he's saying. And he mentioned you as someone in the area he would like to collaborate with on a video. Does that sound like something you would be interested in? Yes. Yeah, he extended the offer. I think we were talking about this stuff maybe like a year ago, and I accepted. So yeah, we just got to find some time where both of us are free, and once he's back in the area, yeah, it'd be cool to shoot a video with him. All right, so let's see. The next question. Okay, this is the last question here from Planet O Reptiles. Cool. Do you like lizards or snakes better? Lizards. Definitely lizards, 100%. I've only had 2 snakes my entire life, but as far as lizards, I've had anoles, iguanas, house geckos, leopard geckos. Obviously now I have a blue-tongued skink. I have an Aki monitor. Let's see, what else have I had? Have I had anything else? There's a ton of other lizards that I would love to keep. Thing I like about lizards is all the different groups of lizards have different attributes that they've evolved that make them really, really cool and unique. Like, of course, chameleons have that long tongue that they use to catch insects, to catch their prey. And they can also change color, which is almost like a little reptile superpower. Then you have the fact that that a lot of lizards, not all, can regenerate their tail, which is really cool. A lot of them are really good climbers. A lot of them are very good swimmers. Monitor lizards are super intelligent, and they have that forked tongue that they can use to find their prey. Let's see, what's another cool one? Let's see, geckos that, unlike leopard geckos, geckos that actually have the real sticky pads can actually climb up walls and on ceilings and on plain glass, which is really cool. Yeah, man, lizards have all these cool little attributes that I think really makes each group very, very unique. And I think that's like my favorite thing about lizards is the variety of what you're getting when you purchase a lizard and all the different things that they can do. Yeah, definitely. As far as snakes, I like snakes. Snakes are really cool. I've only had 2 snakes my entire life. I study them, I like them, but they're not my favorite as far as each group of reptiles, as far as, you know, lizards, snakes, crocodilians, you know, tuatara, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Lizards are definitely my favorite. All right, guys, so I hope you liked our first Q&A. Thank you, everybody who commented. In the future, anybody who wants to be a part of a new Q&A video, I'll be dropping another comment where I'll be requesting the questions again for a second time for our second Q&A video. So guys, just remember to ask a question. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace.